And what is up, ladies and gents? Your girl Snowy here, bringing you a commentary video for today. In this video, I have a thought about this topic for a long time, and I feel like bringing it out. Take a seat, and let me tell you a lovely story about how I started gaming. So it was around 1996 or 97 when I started to know somewhat about gaming, and the first game ever played was Sonic the Hedgehog back in Sega Genesis when I was at my aunt's house. Then later on, like around 5 or 6, is when I started playing the old Pokemon game on Game Boy Color. It was an okay game to be honest, but it got really boring, so I stopped playing it. The next console I played was Nintendo 64, and the games I played there was Donkey Kong, Mario Kart 64, Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Kirby 64, and some other good old games I played. Years later, I played Spyro the Dragon, Spyro 2, and Spyro 3 on the PS1. That's when I became a fan of Spyro, and I played those games on the PS2 instead of the 1. In 2000, I watched one console that had a Nintendo GameCube in it, and I was like, hey mom, maybe I really want that console for Christmas. So my mom brought me a Nintendo GameCube, and I got a few games like Super Monkey Ball, Luigi's Mansion, and so forth. But the only game I wanted to play for a long time was Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. That game was the most funnest game I've ever played on the GameCube days. One time the disc was not working, so I had to keep cleaning the disc for it to work, but it's not that successful, so I had my mom to buy a new game for me so I can play it. You could tell that I'm so addicted to that game. During my GameCube years, I remember my dad used to play the first Devil May Cry game for the PS2, so I watched him play a lot. I had so much fun watching him, even I remembered he played Banjo-Tooie on the N64. So anyways, to the GameCube. I loved Super Smash Bros. Melee, and I played a ton out of it because it was so much fun. My favorite has to go with Mewtwo. He's just so awesome. Most of the time I played was all about Sonic and Spyro. That's when I realized that I'm a big fan of these two franchises, and I would definitely buy them in day one of their release, even on Christmas. I moved on to the Wii, and I mostly played Wii Sports until I got lots of Sonic games. As always, anything that has to do with Sonic will have to be a day one release for me. Brawl came in, and I played a ton like I did with Melee. My favorite character to play was Lucario, because I love that Pokemon so much, even I love Lucario in the Mystery Mew movie. That Pokemon movie was the best I've ever seen. Later on, I played Okami, and that game has got to be my most favorite game in my Wii games. You probably have to go back to my old commentaries about my most and least favorite games, because it's a long story as to why. I played non-stop with that game. I moved to Nintendo DS because Nintendogs, but that game is so much of an addiction. I played some Sonic games, Brain Age games, and that one Spyro game I never had a chance to complete. In 2006 to 8 is when I played PS2 a lot due to Legend of Spyro series. Even though these games are not that great, I still enjoy them. Remember, Spyro is my childhood, alongside Sonic, so why not at least enjoying them? Sure, I played a couple of other PS2s, but Spyro is mostly the reason I play the PS2 so much. Then 2009 is the year I started Xbox 360. Back then, I never heard of Xbox Live or Conquer Live Reloaded was the first game that caught my attention. When I heard that you can play the game with Xbox Live, I had to get it. So I got Xbox Live along with getting Conquer for Christmas, and that's when Xbox ends my life. I met good people from there, and I never stopped playing the game with them. Sadly, after the server shut down in 2010, I had to get some Xbox games, and that's when Halo, the arcade games, and other 360 games that I bought have got me nowhere of going into the other consoles. No joke. That, and I love to hang out with people online more ever since. As of right now, I am on the Xbox One since my brother bought my console and a couple of games for me, achievement hunting still, and hang out with friends. I'm stuck on Destiny since I have no other games to achievement hunt on unless I have to find games to buy. But you know, it's fine. Well guys, that's a wrap up for me as I am going to wrap up the video and commentary. If you enjoyed this video, leave it a like button. Also, if you enjoyed this video, I hope you subscribe to see more videos from me. Be sure to like my Facebook page and follow me on Twitter to see some photos, videos, and updates from me there. See ya!